We are on lesson 10.2, page 543 in your book, and we are talking about area of a triangle. To find an area of a triangle, you have to multiply the base times the height. That will give you an area, but then you have to divide it by 2. Okay, base times height divided by 2. I wrote it a little bit differently. You might see that. You might see that. Yeah. There's all kinds of different ways to write it, but base times height divided by 2 is how you do an area of a triangle. What is my base? 50. What is my height? Multiply it. Okay, I now have an area, so I got to here. Now I have to divide that by 2. 18, 50. 2 cannot fit into 1. 2 can fit into 18, 9 times. 2 can fit into 5 twice. And 2 can fit into 10 5 times. So this area would equal 925, the label is centimeters, squared. Okay, base times height divided by 2. Base times height will be 800. If they end in zeros, I just ignore them till the end when multiplying. So 2 times 4 is 8. Add a 0 there, add a 0 there. That's how I got my 800. 800 divided by 2 will be 400. This will be 400. My label is millimeters squared. Moving on to number 4 in your book. Base times height divided by 2. Again, I can just leave this 0 off till the end. 3 times 12 I know is 36. Add the 0 on. Divided by 2. 2 fits into 3 1 time. 2 fits into 16 8 times, and you have a 0 at the end. 180 inches squared. Again, it has a 0. 3 times 15. So base times height, I'm going to say is 450 divided by 2. 2 fits into 4 twice. 2 fits into 5 twice with 1 left over. 2 fits into 10 5 times. 225, my label is centimeters squared. This one is 20 centimeters and 45 centimeters. If I double 45, I get 90. I have to add that 0 on there. 900 divided by 2 is 450. 450 centimeters squared. Base times height divided by 2. That's all you have to do for your area of a triangle. That should help you on everything on the front of your worksheet. Base times height divided by 2, base times height divided by 2. It tries to put it into like a rectangle or like a parallelogram to like make things make sense. I find it distracting. Don't do it. On the back, this is where we need to reverse our thinking. If you know that the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2, will give you the area of a triangle. What if you already have the area? Okay. If you already have the area and you need the base or the height, let's say the area is 12 and you have a base of 3. This is how you do this problem. Instead of dividing by 2, you have to actually double this area. So first thing you have to times by 2. Now you have 24. 3 times something gets me 24. My answer of the height would be 8. Okay. Let's just test that out just to double check. Base times height. Base times, or 3 times 8 is 24. Base times height divided by 2. Divided by 2. What is half of 24? Your answer would be 12 centimeters squared. Hey, area is 12. This is applicable, and you might want to write that in your notes. If you already have your area, how do you find like a base or height? Very first step. This is the most important step if you already have your area to find your to find a missing base or height. I am going to do number 1 on the back of your worksheet for you. The back of your worksheet looks like this. It has grids over here, it has grids over here. It gives you some bases, some heights, but it will give you the area. Okay. This first area is 15. It gives you a base. It does not give you a height. So how do we find the area? First thing, you have to times it by 2. Sorry, I get ahead of myself. Times by 2 equals 30. Then ask yourself, 10 times what gets me to 30? That answer is 3. Then you have to draw it on your grid. I'm not necessarily grading the grid, I'm grading this number right here. So my base is 10, so I'm gonna fill in 10 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and my height is 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just gonna fill this in. Color it in, nice and pretty, better than that. Then it wants you to come up with something else, a different arrangement of numbers to get the area of 15. So you have to come up with something else. Times 2 equals 30. 10 times 3 was already used to get 30. Something times something gets you 30 as well. Let's say 5 times 6. And then you just draw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Color it in. Okay? Again, the most important part when you have your area, times by 2. And then it will get you started on how to solve the problem. So on your worksheet of 10.2, all of the front, all of the back, be amazing and have a great day.